Hey guys, Mr. Delitical or Dominic here, and in today's video I wanted to go over the top 5 things that I want in Warzone. So starting off, I know this game is a shared thing between Modern Warfare and Cold War. They've been mentioning that, and I just want to say that obviously it's going to be a little bit different than Modern Warfare, but I just want to preface that this is still the core Warzone. And also, I am talking about the Cold War Warzone. It's probably not going to be called anything different besides instead of Modern Warfare Warzone or Call of Duty Modern Warfare Warzone, it'll just be Cold War Warzone or Black Ops Cold War Warzone or Black Ops Warzone. Whatever title they want to give it, it is still Warzone. And also, I just want to mention that the gameplay in the background is of the match called Firebomb, which is basically where you and your team are fighting for, you kill people for radiation, and the radiation then goes into these nukes, and you like arm the nuke, and it's a really fun game mode. But I just want to mention that because it has a lot of core things that Warzone has. The vehicles, the parachuting in, your team. It just has a lot of stuff from Warzone, and it's really cool that they're putting that into a mode in multiplayer. But without further ado, let's get right into it. So coming in to the number 5 spot, I have the buy stations not being in the open. Now, I don't mind if buy stations are out in the open in Modern Warfare, but I just wish that they had a little bit more cover. Or for PC players and console players, I think it's a hassle that when you go to a buy station and you buy something, you can't walk around. I think being able to walk around would be a really huge benefit to the game. It's like PUBG. If you guys have ever played PUBG, when you're looting, you can still kind of like wiggle around, but you can't like walk all the way around. Like, you have to stay really, really close to that loot box or whatever, and then you can move around a little bit. It just negates you getting shot in the head or, lasered while you're hitting up this buy station or box or whatever. And I just think Warzone needs to do this. Just being able to press, WASD or just A and D back and forth so I'm wiggling would make it a little bit more beneficial to I can get out of this buy station and live. Because right now, the only way out of a buy station is either hitting the back button or the escape on PC. I don't know about console, and I don't know how console works with movement, like how you like go through the buy station, but I just think that being able to not walk around, but just being able to kind of like shimmy while at the buy station would just allow you to not get shot as easily or die as easily. And I think for core players, that's just a better game design in my opinion. But without further ado, coming in to the number 4 spot, I have new vehicles and radio music. Now, with radios and music in general, obviously I really enjoyed that in season 6 we got like a rap category or hip hop, and then we got like the little the Shrillex and all that, and then it's just really unique to have all these actual songs in Warzone. No offense, but I hated listening to the Juggernaut music and all that back and through. And I also thought it was really cool that in this season 6 of Modern Warfare, they introduced the Black Ops 1, 2, and 3, or I believe maybe it was just 2 and 3, but it was their title music. That was a huge thing in my book, that just being able to get into the mood of Black Ops, and it was in Warzone, was really unique. But anyways, I just want to say with new vehicles, it all depends on the map. And so if the map is somewhere like the snow, I don't want 4-wheelers, but I want snowmobiles. And I would want like a truck that has like the tires aren't tires, they're more like track tires. And I just think having a cool atmosphere that goes, or the vehicles that go with that atmosphere, would be a really huge step and investment for them. But anyways, moving on to the number 3 spot, we have better map locations. Now, no offense to Warzone, but there's a lot of places on the map that I just really don't enjoy anywhere near as much as others. Like Boneyard is fine, but I just feel like there's way too much cover. It's more of the, hey, I want to land here, get loot, but all those sneaky snakes like move around so rapidly, and they just cruise between planes, and you lose your targets. But in military, at the military base, I have a lot of fun landing there. A lot of people land there, but there's a lot of cover, but there's not a lot of like different looking cover. There's not height elevation, and when there is height elevation, there's only windows for them to peek through. So it's more of like an easier way to fight than in Boneyard. So I want more maps to be in that general design. I don't want to be fighting in a downtown area on this map, because I feel like downtown areas on maps in battle royales are just always so hectic. Like in Fortnite, Tilted Towers, that's where you went if you wanted a lot of action. If you go to downtown in Verdansk, it's kind of like that. There's a lot more buildings, and people, I feel like, don't die a whole lot off the bat in downtown compared to other places. But still, it's like, where am I getting shot at? When you're running through downtown, you are most likely going to die, because there are people on the buildings, there's people in the buildings, there's people on the ground. Like, it is hectic in later rounds. And I just think that better like locations overall would be a better investment. Now obviously they're not going to do what they did with Blackout, which is they're going to have multiple different places like Nuketown, and they're not going to have like Raid, and they're not going to have all these different places. But it would be really cool if we kind of had that, not map locations from like those Call of Duties, but from this current Call of Duty. So if you still keep this map in Russia, it'd be cool if Moscow was kind of the downtown area. It'd kind of be like Verdansk, like that downtown, but it'd be different. It'd be cool to do a couple of different areas and whatnot. You would have like broadcasts from Modern Warfare, and that's in multiplayer now, but it would be like on the map. It'd be really, really cool. But I just think doing that for Black Ops would be another unique thing to this game. Also, moving into the number 2 spot, I have more transportation. So I just feel like in this map, in Verdansk, there's just not a lot of ways to get around. Obviously, there's your Berthas, which are the big trucks that can take a C4 or a Semtex or whatever head on. But then once it gets to the second one, bail out, roll, tuck and roll, baby. But I feel like in this game, there just needs to be more vehicles that spawn, because I feel like right when you land somewhere, yeah, there's vehicles, but it's like there's not enough vehicles. You know, I feel like there needs to be a little bit more vehicles. And I guess what I'm saying is I don't really want four-wheelers, because I see a lot of four-wheelers and it's like, yeah, they're great to get out of places you need to, but if I'm driving, someone can easily shoot me off if they have a really good aim, because they just need to track the pace of the four-wheeler, aim a little bit ahead so the bullets hit you. And I just feel like if there's not enough transportation, like actual trucks and stuff, a lot of people are going to be dying a lot more sooner, which obviously you want in a battle royale, but I'm just saying more vehicles would really be a benefit. Coming into the number 1 spot, it's the most iconic thing when it comes to battle royales. More maps. I want a new map and more maps. I don't mind if they keep one map, but they just change how it looks throughout the time, like what they did with Verdansk. They added a train system underground, added a train above ground, they added a couple of different locations. I don't mind when games do this, but having the same map for a whole year now is going to be kind of rough. With Modern Warfare, they released the Warzone map for Verdansk, what was it, back in February, March? I believe it was February, or January. It was basically like a couple months into the game, and then it was like, hey, we did this, and then in season, like 3 seasons later, boom, we added this train system, boom, underground train system. So you added a lot to the map towards the end. In the beginning it was a little slow, but towards the end you really ramped it up. And I just want in this game a new map that's just gonna feel grand. It's gonna feel great. Now I will have a top 5 video coming out later on before this game releases of what I want from the Battle Royale. We did get, apparently from CharlieINTEL, they said that there was a screenshot from what the Warzone map could look like, and I dig it, because one of the maps that I would really like to see is a Vietnam style map. Now I don't know what it is about Vietnam, but whenever I think of like Cold War and like the Vietnam War, I just think Vietnam is just, it's got such a lush color scheme. You know, it's not just like Verdansk where it's like green and then it goes gray or brown. Like Verdansk to me just, it has color, don't get me wrong, but there's just a lot of the same color. Whereas I think if you did like a jungle like map like Vietnam, you would have like a whole bunch of tall trees with lush green leaves. The grass could be green. You could have like a dirt path and then like a tar road or something. And I just think it'd be really, really cool to do that same style of map like Verdansk, but just in a totally different limelight, like in a like kind of, I don't know, you know what I'm trying to get at. I just want a new map. I think a snow map might be fun. I don't want a desert map. And I think the only reason why I say snow is because obviously in the background with the gameplay, it's just on a snowy map. And I just think snow would be nice. But then there's like the whole pay to win skins. If there's like a white ghillie suit, you could be prone and you wouldn't see them. I don't know. I'm just saying new map. I think it'd be great if we went to the swamp. In the little photo that we see from CharlieINTEL, which I'll probably put it up on the screen, it looks really, really nice so far and whatnot. So just in case if I'm gonna get copyrighted for that, there will be a link to CharlieINTEL's post from Twitter down below. Go check it out. It'll take you straight to that photo and whatnot, if I can find it again. And that's gonna do it for this video, guys. If you guys enjoyed, please leave a like, subscribe if you're new, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. See ya.